Hey! Welcome to the Captain Meow Trivia. This is our Middle East special. Don't worry if you get some wrong. I'll give you the context around the answer, so you actually remember the facts. You'll get better and better every time you play. Alright, grab pen and paper or a counting app. You're going to want to keep track how many questions you get right. Which man-made waterway connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea? Suez Canal. Around 12% of global trade passes through this canal every single year. The world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, is in which city? Dubai. It's so tall, you can see the sunset from the ground. Take the elevator and see it again at the top. Which world-famous beverage was first brewed and traded in the Sufi monasteries of Yemen? Coffee. The mocha bean is named after the Yemeni port city of Al-Makha. Which legendary wooden gift was used to sneak soldiers into a city in ancient Turkey? The Trojan horse. Archaeologists believe the real city of Troy is located on the western coast of Turkey. What was the name of the 1991 military operation led by the US to protect Kuwait? Desert Storm. It was the first major conflict where GPS technology was used on a large scale. Which 12th century Muslim leader famously fought the Crusaders and recaptured Jerusalem? Saladin. He was so respected for his chivalry that his opponent, Richard the Lionheart, spoke highly of him. Which city is the only one in the world built on 2 continents? Istanbul. It sits on both Europe and Asia, divided by the Bosphorus Strait. Which country was known as Persia until 1935? Iran. The Shah asked the international community to use the name Iran, which means land of the Aryans. What color is the evil eye charm, commonly found across the Middle East? Blue. It is believed to reflect the evil eye back at the person casting it. Which country was the first in the Middle East to host the FIFA World Cup? Qatar? It was also the first World Cup ever held during the winter months. What was the name of the ancient trade route that linked the Middle East to China? The Silk Road. It wasn't just for silk. It was the internet of the ancient world for sharing ideas and religions. Which Roman general famously fell in love with the Egyptian Queen Cleopatra? Mark Antony. Their alliance led to a massive civil war in Rome. Which country is home to the Empty Quarter, the world's largest continuous sand desert? Saudi Arabia. Its name is the Rub al-Khali. It is so vast and harsh that even most desert-dwelling tribes avoid going into its center. What is the main ingredient in falafel? Chickpeas. In Egypt, falafel is often made with fava beans instead of chickpeas. How is going? If you want to help me to complete future missions, consider subscribing and like the video, it would help me a lot. That's all. Continue enjoying the trivia. Which fruit is known as a symbol of fertility and is native to the Middle East? Pomegranate? Ancient Persians believed the seeds represented the many blessings of life. Which modern country was the center of the ancient Byzantine Empire? Turkey. Its capital, Constantinople, is now known as Istanbul. What do you call a Middle Eastern barbecue skewer of meat? It is kebab. Shish kebab literally means skewer, shish, and roast meat, kebab. Which empire ruled the Middle East for over 600 years before collapsing after WWI? The Ottoman Empire. They were known for their elite soldiers called Janissaries. Which sea is located between Jordan and Israel? The Dead Sea. It is so low that the air has 5% more oxygen than at sea level. What popular dip is made from mashed chickpeas, tahini, lemon, and garlic? Hummus? Aristotle and Plato both wrote about the health benefits of chickpeas. Which animal is known as the ship of the desert? The camel. A camel can drink 30 gallons, 113 liters of water in just 13 minutes. What do you call the long, white, flowing robe worn by men in the desert? And thobo. The white color reflects sunlight, helping to keep the wearer cool. Which city is home to the Dome of the Rock? Jerusalem. It is one of the oldest and most beautiful examples of Islamic architecture in the world. What is the most widely spoken language in the Middle East? Arabic. Arabic has over 300 million native speakers and influenced Spanish and English heavily. What is the name of the flatbread that is a staple in almost every Middle Eastern meal? Khubz. In Arabic, the word for bread, aish, literally means life. Which city is the most populated in the entire Middle East? Cairo. Over 23 million people live there, and it is often called the city that never sleeps of the Middle East. Which garment is a headscarf worn by many Muslim women that covers the hair and neck? Hijab. The word hijab literally means partition or curtain in Arabic. In many Middle Eastern cultures, which hand should you never use to eat with? The left hand. The left hand is traditionally considered unclean, so you eat only with your right. What do people smoke in a shisha pipe? Flavored tobacco. It's usually mixed with fruit or molasses and cooled through water. Which ancient Middle Eastern civilization worshipped cats and even made it a death penalty crime to harm one? Ancient Egypt. They loved their cats so much that if a house caught fire, The family would often rescue the cat before saving themselves. Ancient Egyptians were quite wise, weren't they? If you share that wisdom and a love for cats, join the crew. Subscribe now. So, how did you handle the heat? Check the score table to see your rank, and let me know in the comments how you did.